Hi, this is your girl, Chantel, the one and only, and don't you ever forget it. Mwah. How are you this evening? You know what? I have some new segments on the Chantel Hart Show called Midday Updates. Now, I've gotten a lot of support in a matter of 5 months tops, maybe. I was in Texas, and that was my radio show didn't barely move. As soon as I left Texas and changed the location from Texas to Wisconsin, let me tell you, viral. And they're still going up. They're skipping and they're jumping. It does depend on the month. I noticed that late summer, well, fall, I would say, November-ish to winter is great for me. So, happy about the plays, the followers, the subscribers. I'm asking that you link up with me on most social medias. www.about.me/Chantel SHANTEL Hart HEART. And join me on the Chantel Hart Show. And that's when I come to you mid-evenings. Bravo. I want to let you know that I'm going to be working on another new radio podcast. I have about 3 out there. And I'm so excited about that. I want to let you know that I'm going to come to you today. You know, we all know that we're having trouble with the jobs, you know. No one can get a job, and the ones who do, you don't stay on very long. I watched my father go through this. He moved all around. And lately, it's been like that for me as well. Now, I'm an entrepreneur, but my money is in someone else's hands, and it's being controlled by others, and it's under legal matters. In the meantime, I'm left alone. I'm left to welfare. I'm left to nothing. But there is a name that upholds something to everything. And I'm thankful in my own hard-working right that there is a God, where there's a will, there's a way. And through faith and actions of my works, it's called a blueprint. So find out what it is that you love to do. You have a need for, a want and a desire is great. But go out for something that's a need. And You'll hit the market. You'll hit what your want will come in the play of. Hopefully the dream works, and if it's just something that's a hobby, that works too. Because any check is a good check. That's a safe, clean check. All right. So let me start by saying I want to talk to you this evening, about Fortune 500. I want to talk to you about Fortune 500. The top ranking stores for, I want to say, I'm going to go out on the limb and say 2013 still. I know we're in 2014. Quickly, there's Walmart ranking number 1. Revenue at being $469 million or $469 billion in revenue. Exxon Mobil, 449 billion. Chevron, 233 billion. Phillips, 169 billion. Berkshire Hathaway, 162 billion. I wonder if I'm seeing billion. There's Apple at 156 billion. There's General Motors at 152 billion. There's General Electric at 146 billion. Valero Energy at 138 billion. Ford Motor 134.3 billion. AT&T 127 billion. Fannie Mae at 127.2 billion. CVS Caremark 123.1 billion. McKesson 122.7 billion. There's Hewlett Packard. I love it. 120.4 billion. We have Verizon Communications, who supported my ringtones and my music. They're at Fortune 500, going for 115.8 billion. United Health Group, 110 billion. JP Morgan Chase and Company, 108.2 billion. And it goes on. International Business Machines, 104.5 billion. Cardinal Health, 107.6 billion. Bank of America Corp, 100.1 billion. Costco Wholesales, 99.1 billion. Kroger Grocery Store, 96.8 billion. Express Scripts Holding, 94.4 billion. And I'm going to send more information about Express. Wells Fargo, which is someone where I banked, 91.2 billion. Citigroup, which I've had I think an account there, 90.8 billion. Those are good banks. Archer Daniels Midland, 89 billion. Prudential Financial at 84.8 billion. And you can I have a link posted at money.cnn.com. And you go there under money and check it out. You got MetLife at 68.2 billion, Johnson & Johnson, 67.2 billion, Caterpillar, 65.9 billion. There is American International Group at 70.1 billion. Walgreens is at 71.6 billion. Target is at 73.3 billion. Microsoft, I think this is as of now, this 2014 January, 73.7 billion. And if I'm not wrong, it might be last year. Home Depot at 74 billion. So it's just an idea of places where you can go into holdings with. Amerisource Bergen at 79.7 billion. Marathon Petroleum, 76.8 billion. Pepsi Co, 65.5 billion. We have State Farm Insurance Companies at 65.3 billion. ConocoPhillips, 63.4 billion. We have Comcast at 62.6 billion. WellPoint at 61.7 billion. And Amazon.com at 61.1 billion. United Technologies, 59.8 billion. And whatever your shares are there, you can be sure to check at money.cnn.com to see the top largest companies, their revenues, and the profits. All have different numbers, but you can check that out. It's right on the side of it. That's more data for you. Again, at money.cnn.com. And you can also check online where the magazine also shows investing, economy, my portfolio, markets. You can subscribe and also have videos, home, tech, personal finance, small business, and leadership. Be sure to like it on your social media networks like Facebook and Twitter. And I'm going to tweet this good information. Well, that was it for the business so far. And so far, they have weak outlooks make investors nervous. And on this portion, this is very important for those who live life in a different way. I don't have too much information because it does take up a lot of the time. They say, although the market looks, it says Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbled Tuesday on cautious guidance from the three blue chip companies, but the broader market was supported by shares of two big industrial companies. And weak outlooks make investors, again, very, very nervous. Now, I'm going to share it on my Facebook social media as recommended because this is something very important for the marketers and investors. Okay? And it says, although the Dow ended the day lower, it pared its losses during the afternoon. Verizon, VZ Fortune 500, Travelers, Fortune 500, Johnson & Johnson, J&J for Travelers, that's TRV for their initial, all weigh on 30 stock index. S&P 500 edged higher thanks to gains in shares of Dow Chemical, and that's DOW for initials Dow. And former Dow components, Alcoa, AA, Fortune 500, the NASDAQ also moved higher. And we have BlackBerry, initial BBRY, surged amid hopes the smartphone maker's new CEO, Johnson Chen, that's CHEN, and apologize if I said that wrong, will turn the company around after last year's dribbling. BlackBerry is the best performing stock in CNN Money's Tech 30 index so far in 2014. The Tech 30 was higher Tuesday, largely due to BlackBerry's big pop. And this is again for the midday segments for business. Money investing. Top picks from the top pros. Stocks have been off to rocky starts in 2014 after last year's big rally. Investors are looking to sign the economy and will be strong enough to keep the bull market going. Gotta be a tough bull there. Little economic data on the agenda this week. Investors are turning their attention to fourth quarter reports from the big U.S. corporations. Earnings not enough. It's not good enough. Johnson & Johnson report quarterly results in the top expectations, but the shares fell in the company. So the revenue growth in that line was Verizon, which happened to be larger than the Travelers reported and strong enough to earnings thanks to the lower catastrophe losses. And Delta Fortune 500 gained. Airlines earnings came in above forecast. Shares at Hale-Burton Fortune 500, and that fell despite better than expected results. So Alcoa shares gained after analysts at JP Morgan upgraded their stock. And IBM Fortune 500 reported their earnings at the top analyst expectations, and that initial is IBM. But the stocks fell, intended trading as sales missed forecasts. And that abbreviation is MSFT. The Netflix are among companies due to the report results of this week. So overall, expected to be 5.9% fourth quarter companies. S&P 500 fact sheet research. A few weeks ago, the forecast was earning growth of 6.3%, and the estimate of revised lower this week due to disappointing reports, including lower profits in the energy sector. So far, earnings result has been overall support of stock prices. Even the market has come under a disagree. So, the reports of this year ended, says John, Chief of Investment Strategist at Oppenheimer, and that's John Stoltzfus, Stoltzfus. And sorry if I got that misled. But again, you can read more about that 2014 article, January 21st at Investing Stock Markets Index at money.cnn.com.